Hello my lovely fine crew. We are here today in front of my handy dandy skincare wall to talk about hyperpigmentation. Now we've already done a video about hyperpigmentation habits you can start to introduce into your routine, but I never really went over specific products you can use to achieve those steps and habits. So that's what we're going to get into today. The moisturizers, the serums, all the specific things you can buy that are well worth the money and super effective at fading hyperpigmentation and quickly fade those dark spots that you've been trying to get rid of for so long. Now, piggybacking off of the first video that we did about hyperpigmentation, we already know that the main cause for hyperpigmentation is inflammation. So the first thing, of course, is you're going to want to have products in your routine that are, number one, preventing your acne, which causes the dark spots in the first place, and also toning down any inflammation that your skin might be experiencing. My two favorite ingredients, and easily recommendable ingredients I should say, for preventing acne would be number one, niacinamide, and number two, azelaic acid. My favorite ones to recommend are azelaic acid by Paula's Choice and niacinamide by Paula's Choice. You can also find niacinamide available from brands like The Ordinary in serum form, or if you want to go with a more gentle approach with niacinamide, you can use something like this niacinamide moisturizer by Naturium. Preventing your acne is one of the easiest ways to prevent the hyperpigmentation that later comes along with it. Next, we have inflammation. You want to have very anti-inflammatory products already on deck so that if you are experiencing something like sunburn, acne, an inflamed breakout, an allergic reaction, you have things in your collection that are ready to calm that inflammation down, which is going to reduce your chances of getting dark spots later. My favorite two products for inflammation depends on what type of inflammation I'm experiencing. If I'm going through an allergic reaction, which I have very often because unfortunately I have a lot of allergies, I like to use this Sensitive Fix Serum by the brand Hylamide. And this is a water-based serum that you would apply to your skin, and it functions very similarly to the benefits of calamine lotion. Only thing is, it does not have that pink calamine lotion color, and it does not have a smell, nothing at all. It's very comfortable to wear, so I like to keep this on deck when I'm experiencing inflammation that's not related to acne. When I am experiencing inflammation due to acne, this one here by Peter Thomas Roth is the MVP. If you are acne prone or even only experience breakouts maybe once a month, it is still worth it for you to have this mask on deck. And usually I'm not even a fan of masks, but this is one that I can say is honestly as anti-inflammatory, soothing for the skin, calming for breakout, antibacterial for acne as it claims to be. When you first get it, it's in this thick paste kind of form, and you would actually apply this specifically to areas that you're experiencing a breakout or inflammation in. Sulfur is very effective at being very oil absorbing, antibacterial, and anti-inflammatory for the skin. And it is very effective at killing all of the bacteria that causes the breakout in the first place, but also helping to calm down the congestion and painful breakouts that will later turn into dark spots if you don't treat it effectively and calmly. A third important thing to make sure you're incorporating into your routine is hydration. Not every single step in your skincare routine should be trying to target something. You need to have a nice well balance of treatment products and products that are just there to support your moisture barrier and your overall skin health and integrity. So, two of my favorite hydration serums to use are NIOD Multimolecular Hyaluronic Serum. I also am really loving Youth to the People Oasis Serum recently. Both of these are going to be great hyaluronic acid serums that have no ingredient conflict, so you can use it before any other skincare products, no matter the brand. And they are very low risk to incorporate into your routine. So it's not something that you have to start off slowly with. You can hop right into using these products every single day and night as soon as you first purchase them. Hydrated skin is better at repairing itself and can repair itself much faster than skin that has been depleted of all of its water and is constantly experiencing this transepidermal water loss. So you want to make sure that you are supporting the hydration of your skin before you start trying to hammer it with treatment serums and exfoliators and all of those other products that we're going to soon get into. The next one is going to be incorporating sunscreen into your routine. If you currently are struggling with finding a sunscreen that you like, I 10 out of 10 recommend trying the Supergoop Play sunscreen. This has been one of my favorites, if you can't tell from how much I've used it. If you don't have sunscreen in your routine every single day, it's going to be very, very difficult for you to start to see the benefits of all of the other products that you're using. And the reason being is because sun rays are always out. Anytime you see daylight, sun rays are active. It's not only when it's summertime, it's not only when it is beaming hot out, it's not only when you are experiencing like sweltering heat and humidity. Sun rays are always out, and they are always out to damage your skin. So your defense against that needs to be a sunscreen in your daily routine. Another thing is that without sunscreen, you are a lot more likely to experience poor results from products like retinols, vitamin C's, and certain treatment serums that can be a little bit harsh on the skin if you're not protecting yourself from the sun in the daytime. If you don't like more natural finish and cream type of sunscreens, you can definitely go for one like the Black Girl sunscreen, Make It Matte. The bottle looks different now. This is actually the older version, but they have recently put it in a different bottle than this one. No matter what type of skin you have, no matter what type of makeup you wear daily, there's definitely a sunscreen option out there for you. So don't think that just because you wear makeup that you can't wear sunscreen, or just because you have oily skin or dark skin, a deeper complexion, acne prone skin, all of these other excuses that people usually use to not have a sunscreen in their routine. Stop believing in them and get yourself a sunscreen so that the rest of your products can be 10 times more effective than they already are. Before we move on to my favorite treatment products, I do want to piggyback off of that whole idea of your routine being more anti-inflammatory than it is focused on treating. And with that, I would say that means your cleanser does not need to be brightening. Your hydration serum does not also need to be anti-aging. Your daily moisturizer does not also have to have retinol or vitamin C in it. You can totally save your treatment of your hyperpigmentation for a very specific step in your routine, and everything else, just keep it gentle and moisturizing and good for the skin barrier. So for example, you can do a gentle water-based cleanser like Used to the People, their Kale Superfood Cleanser. This is a very gentle cleanser that you don't have to worry about it being sensitive to daylight, irritating the skin. It's a pretty safe option, so I like to recommend this for people who are looking for a new cleanser than what they're currently using, but have sensitive skin or are afraid to try something new. As far as moisturizers go, my number one favorite moisturizer, besides using a facial oil, I would say, is the Cosrx Snail Mucin Cream. And this is going to be so gentle on the skin, absolutely no conflicts at all. I actually don't know a single person who has had a poor reaction to incorporating this into their routine. So I'd say it's a very low risk moisturizer to try. It's super clear, very lightweight, a little bit sticky as you can see. But it is my favorite moisturizer because I don't have to worry about putting this on and then having to make sure I stay out of the sun, or putting this on and having to be careful with what other treatment serums I use in my routine. So this is definitely my favorite moisturizer, and I recommend it for people who have acne prone skin, dark spot prone skin, whatever type of skin or concern you have. Another favorite that a lot of people with acne prone skin love is this Peach and Lily Matcha Pudding Antioxidant Cream. I noticed that this is really a favorite in the acne prone skincare community. If you see, it's this little green color. It also has a whip sort of texture that's super lightweight, so people tend to really like this one. And in addition to it being a moisturizer, it is very rich in antioxidants. So yeah, just wanted to add in that little tidbit before we get into the treatment products. Now that we've gone over the importance of having your preventative products, your anti-inflammatory products, and your sunscreen, now I give you permission to be interested in treatment products for your hyperpigmentation. Starting with my number one favorite, it is Niod Repigment. I have raved about this plenty times before, I know. It has been in my routine for years and years and years. And when I tell you, this serum has faded dark spots and areas of hyperpigmentation on my face that I thought were just there permanently, to be honest. You know, after a while you get so used to having certain things on your face, it's like you're not even necessarily trying to target it anymore. But when I first started using this serum, I would say about 3 years ago now, I was noticing improvement that I was not even expecting. So it is always going to be my favorite hyperpigmentation serum to recommend to people. It does have a bit of a steep cost, price in the description box, but I can 100% say that for me it has been worth it, and it has also been worth it for every single person that I've recommended to. The thing about this that I love is that it's not a vitamin C serum. It also is not a bleaching dark spot serum, acne treatment. It is full of just melanin inhibitors that prevent your skin from having overactive melanocytes. It's going to reduce your hyperpigmentation that you already have while preventing new hyperpigmentation from forming. The ingredients are very gentle on the skin, so it is safe enough to use the same night that you're using a vitamin C or retinol. It is safe enough to use in the daytime. Everything about it is what I look for in a hyperpigmentation serum. Gentle, effective, surprisingly good results, and that's what I love about it. If I had to cut this video down to a 15-second TikTok, this would be the only thing I would talk about. The next one is a huge favorite in the skincare community, and that is the Topicals Faded Serum. You already know about this one. It is packed with anti-inflammatory, anti-acne, and great hyperpigmentation preventative ingredients. To name a few, we have kojic acid, which is very great for fading dark spots. We have melatonin, which is very anti-inflammatory and calming. We have niacinamide, which helps to prevent acne from forming in the first place. We have licorice root, which is great for brightening overall complexion. And we have tranexamic acid, which is great for reducing that overactivity that your melanocytes are experiencing, which causes dark spots to form, as you learned in the past video. And for a serum to be so packed with ingredients and still be so well loved and so gentle on the skin and almost like a universal type of recommendation is very, very impressive. If you had to choose any two to start off with hyperpigmentation, I would definitely recommend either Topicals Faded or Niad Repigment. The next one is a preventative ingredient for hyperpigmentation that is good at preventing your melanocytes from being too overactive. Now, you can find this ingredient in several other serums, Topicals Faded for example, or you can find it by itself like this one from the Inky list, and this is tranexamic acid. You can look in my first hyperpigmentation video to see why tranexamic acid is so effective at fading hyperpigmentation. Once you've got a nice gentle routine down that's anti-inflammatory, protecting your skin, and you have a good treatment serum picked out, I then give you permission to look into an exfoliant. Now, there are two types of exfoliants. You can go for physical or you can go for chemical exfoliants. My favorite physical exfoliant would have to be a nice gentle powder form. For example, you can use the one from Pharrell's skincare line, or you can also use this one from Alicia Keys' skincare line, which is a powder exfoliant. Oftentimes, powder exfoliants are a lot more gentle. They're not going to be as abrasive on the skin. They're not going to be something like, I don't know, trying to scrub your face with St. Ives or a sugar scrub. This would have to be my favorite physical exfoliant. I noticed that after I use this one, my skin is super bright overall, like instantly, and that's not something that I experience from most physical exfoliants. But if I had to choose one category of exfoliation that is my favorite, I would have to say chemical, because chemical exfoliation is so much more gentle on your skin than physically trying to scrub away your dark spots, which scientifically doesn't make sense. My favorite chemical exfoliant is a super gentle form of mandelic acid. Mandelic acid is the most gentle chemical exfoliant you can find on the market pretty much. It's beginning to be a bit more popular now in skincare, but my favorite one overall has to be the one by The Ordinary, which is great because this one is only about $9. And what mandelic acid does is it gently dissolves dead skin cells from the surface of your skin rather than physically scrubbing them off the way a physical exfoliant would. It's great for evening out the complexion and brightening, and it's safe to use on acne prone skin. So this is one of my favorite chemical exfoliants. I try to stay away from the more harsh ones like glycolic acid from any brand, or even that super strong AHA, BHA, the red peel from The Ordinary, I stay away from those stronger ones and I stick to the more gentle forms that get the job done without stripping or disrupting my skin at all. You are probably wondering how I went through this entire video and didn't talk about vitamin C, and that is because vitamin C actually isn't my favorite way to target hyperpigmentation. It is effective for some people, but when it comes to acne-prone skin, super sensitive skin, or people who aren't very diligent with their sunscreen in their routine yet, I can often find that vitamin C can cause a little bit more harm than good. But if I did have to talk about two favorites, it would have to be 30% ethylated acid from NIOD, and this is a vitamin C derivative, meaning that it's a much more gentle form of vitamin C that is not going to be as inflammatory or risky to use on the skin than pure, more strong forms of vitamin C. Also, this one by Hyper is super popular and well loved in the skincare community. This one is super effective at fading dark spots and very low risk to try if you want to get into vitamin C but you're afraid of trying the super strong ones. Last but not least, I wanted to talk about a little bit of an under-discussed area of hyperpigmentation, and that is the lips. I don't know why nobody ever discusses hyperpigmentation on the lip. Yeah, you can have great results fading your dark spots on your face, but some people experience hyperpigmentation like in the mouth area that is very difficult to target. And I would say if that is a concern for you, make sure you're keeping up with your sunscreen and make sure you have a good lip balm that is not chapstick, Blistex, or Carmex, because those all include ingredients that are meant to slightly dry out your skin just enough for you to keep on needing to apply it every 5 minutes. I experienced great results with my lip hyperpigmentation when I switched to my favorite lip balm, and that is the Laneige Lip Sleeping Mask. This is going to be super effective at moisturizing your lips, and I found that the more I incorporated it into my routine, the less I have to use it now. So I actually put this on at night and once in the morning, and I don't need to carry around a lip balm throughout the day in my purse. And then over time, just using my same products that I've been using on my face and just spreading them over my lips when I do my routine at night has been super effective. The only ones I skip out on doing that for are vitamin C's and exfoliants. I keep those off of the lips. But as far as my favorite serum repigment, I spread those over my entire face and I've seen really good improvements. A little bonus tip would be to incorporate antioxidants into your routine. Antioxidants protect your skin from other things in the environment besides the sun that we also cannot control. Things like cigarette smoke, free radicals, air pollution, things of that nature that can affect our skin health without us being able to really have much defense against them. My favorite antioxidants would have to be this superoxide mist, which is similar to a toner from the brand NIOD. I also really love that my vitamin C serum is high in antioxidants naturally, and I really love this BB blueberry booster because blueberry oil is very, very high in antioxidants naturally as well. But antioxidants are not something that you have to overthink in your routine. You can just sort of have it or not and you'll be fine. And that is all. Those are all of my very specific favorite products for hyperpigmentation. I will put my top 5 in the description box below, and then for the rest of them I will also list links to them, just so that you're able to differentiate which ones I really lean on in my own personal routine versus others that are useful if you have a different skin type than me but still want to incorporate the steps that I mentioned. I hope that this video was helpful. Leave any comments down below if you have any questions, and my first hyperpigmentation video about habits you can introduce into your routine will also be in the description box. Have a wonderful rest of your day. I will see you next week for an episode of Brit's Recent Beauty, and next month for a whole new season of Fine Beauty Bible.